Hey guys, welcome back. I don't know about you, but I've been feeling really lazy lately when it comes to work. It's been super hard to get myself together and just stay focused and productive during the work days. And I don't know if it is because of the winter or maybe vitamin D, whatever it is, but I just feel like I'm getting in sort of a slump and I desperately want to get out of it because I have the energy and I know I have the motivation, but I just need some tips and advices to get myself together. And I know from my past what are the things that work for me when it comes to work productivity, especially working from home, because as you see, I'm working from home. And I just want to get over some of those things. If you find it useful, then super. And I hope it will just remind myself of small things that I can do in order to get myself together to be productive. And I don't mean productive in a sense where I want to overachieve things, reach top of the top. No, just stay focused on work and be optimal when it comes to like hours I spent working, So without further ado, let's just jump into tip number 1, which is routine matters, especially morning routine. So what it means for me is that in order to be productive during the day, I need to start my day strong. Whatever I do in the morning sort of sets my mood for the day. So if I'm being lazy in the bed, scrolling my phone and just thinking, oh my god, when am I supposed to wake up? Then that's exactly how I'm gonna feel during the day. So what I wanna do here is remind myself that I need to first wake up at the same time every morning, and by waking up second, I mean stand up, get out of bed, just go and do your thing. I had a flow where I would put my phone away in another room and then I will just start my day, do my morning toilet, do my, I don't know, my only probably part of the morning routine that is repeating over and over again is preparing myself a nice pot of green tea. I have a bunch of tea from Japan that I really like, so just in silence and do that every morning and just slowly get into that flow where again you just get out of bed, you get yourself like this boost, you're full of energy, and then you start working. Because I do have energy in the morning, but then my brain is tricking me into thinking that maybe I can stay a bit longer, maybe this is not what we need now. Well, no, we need that. So morning routine, try to come up with something that works for you. I don't have a strict morning routine. As a matter of fact, I don't have, any, but I do my morning tea. I always have breakfast, and I make my bed every single morning, and I change from the pajamas into my home clothes. Tip number 2 is planning. Of course, plan your days. And this is doing wonders for me. When I have a plan, I tend to stick to it. I also like crossing out the things from my to-do list. It's very important to clear your mind. You don't need to sit down and think of what you need to do. You have your priorities. And your plan doesn't need to be like super detailed. It's not like 100 or 1,000 tasks. It just try to stick with like several most important and crucial tasks for the day. And I actually have like a simple layout of what a weekly plan can look like. Here it is. Have your days planned, but start with weekly goals and some notes that you will definitely need for meetings or whatever you have. So weekly goals I usually prepare in advance. Like on the previous week, I would just sit down and I will tell myself that, okay, next week I gotta do this, that, and something else. And then as the week begins, I will start putting the tasks into each and every day. And again, this frees my mind from the question of what I need to do. This helps me stay productive because I have my focus and priorities. So please plan, do it in your notebook or in a calendar, do it digitally in Notion or whatever you do it. Just stick to plans if that works for you. It definitely works for me and helps me stay productive. Tip number 3 would be start and finish your work at the same time every day. I am one of these employees who always begin exactly, I have 9 to 5, so I will begin at 9 and I will end at 5, and whatever happens outside these time frames, this is my time. I do my thing, I do my personal affairs or whatever, it doesn't matter. So my work should be squeezed into specific hours, and when I begin and end my working day at the same time, it allows me also to be productive, because I know that I need to squeeze whatever I have into this like working schedule, and I know that I'm gonna have a lot of time to myself. By stretching out your day, starting earlier and ending, I don't know, in the middle of the night, I just first I can burn out. Nobody wants that. I definitely don't want that. And then I will just, well, my energy levels will be just messed up. So when I keep my working schedule tight and repeat it over and over again from day to day, I know that my energy level will just synchronize and I will stay productive during those hours. For me, it's always like first several hours in the morning and then several hours in the middle of the day, or at the end of the day. So the middle of the day I tend to spend having lunch or just doing some like less priority tasks. So you definitely think about that. Tip number 4, Pomodoro works. It makes wonders for me, but in a specific way. I am a big fan of lo-fi Pomodoro 25/5. That means that I will open my YouTube and then I will search for Pomodoro 25/5 lo-fi. So it's going to be music. 25 minutes of nice lo-fi music when I focus and I'm working, then 5 minutes of break. When I whatever I do, I just stand up, I leave it all behind, and I usually stretch, I move around, I do some small things around the house, like I can unload the dishwasher or the laundry machine, whatever, like some small things that fit into 5 minutes, and that way I do something at home. I also I know that why Pomodoro works is because I cannot stay focused for that long, but 25 minutes seems like a reasonable amount of time, at least for me, and I am being productive. I know I'm gonna be rewarded with a break, and the music just helps me get into the flow of being productive. So if you're looking for something that can help you stay focused, maybe you should also try Pomodoro Lo-Fi. I know some people like Pomodoro Harry Potter, but it's just sounds of somebody writing something on the paper, and for me, just a bit annoying. It doesn't allow me to stay as focused as the lo-fi bits. So yeah, that's a tip that I'm definitely using. Next thing, move your body. Just please don't spend all of your day sitting here at your desk or, God forbid, lying in your bed. Just stand up, move around, do some stretching, do some push-ups, just walk around. Pomodoro helps with those breaks that I mentioned, but just overall, like if you have a pet, play with your pet. Or sometimes I would just stand up and look outside of my window and be that weird neighbor who's just looking at everybody from the window. I guess that's me. So anyways, just do something. Because if you want the energy in your body to be like flowing in a proper way, it's important to let the blood flow as well. Otherwise, you will end up with all of your energy stuck to your bottom part, you know what I mean? So we just want to add a bit of movement to our working days, and that will definitely help us stay productive. I know for a fact, again, it works for me, so maybe it will work for you as well. Next thing is that environment matters. So I have my desk over here. I have, I guess, a privilege, and I'm lucky enough to be able to have a proper big desk in a separate room. So I never work in the bedroom. If I ever work in the bedroom, that means that I'm not working. I can listen to some big corporate meetings in the bedroom, or I don't know. If I go there, it's for me a signal that I'm not working, because the bed is not a place for work, and this is important. So if you have any desk, like maybe in the kitchen or whatever, where you can just sit down and work and be like, okay, this is the place where I'm working, that will allow you to be more productive, because that's, again, the place where all of your energy goes into work, and then you have the rest of your apartment or house or whatever where you can do other things. The same works for, again, your bed. Like your bed should be used for sleep, for like playing around or whatever. I also use it for reading from time to time, and that's it. So I never work in my bed, because that's not the place where I want to be productive. I don't want my brain wired and thinking that this is the place of work and productivity. So at my desk, I'm the most productive. Another thing that helps me stay productive is celebrating my achievements. And by that I mean, and yes, this might sound a little cheesy, but at the end of the day, I would sit down and I think about at least 3 things that I did today that make me feel proud of myself. Like something that I have achieved, something that I've made, something, I don't know, in communication area, whatever, anything that basically made me feel proud and accomplished for the day. And because sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I'm so useless, I'm not doing anything like really that great, but then I will look back and I will be like, okay, chill, don't be so hard on yourself. You've done a lot of things and you should be proud of yourself. So that allows me also to stay motivated and productive during the day. And the last but not the least, keep in mind why you do this. It's hard to stay productive and motivated if you have no idea why you do this or if you lost your purpose at all. So we all work for a reason, whether it is just earning money or feeling accomplished or communicating with people, or I don't know, because you know what you do is actually what you're supposed to do. You feel the most comfortable and you feel like you found yourself in life. There could be a million reasons and motivations. There is not one reason, you know? So every time when you feel like super stuck, when you feel like you don't have the motivation or excitement for work, try to find that reason in your mind and keep it over there for your easy and quick reach. Because otherwise, if you can find the motivation to work, maybe you're already burned out, maybe this area, whatever you're doing, is no longer working for you. Think about that as well. So you cannot be productive, I guess, at something that you hate. I guess this is not the case for you. This is not the case for me, definitely. Whatever I'm feeling right now is simply because I just let myself go. I need to get myself together, and exactly with these tips, I'm going to do it starting now. So thank you for staying with me. Please share your tips. Maybe you also feel like you are in a rut lately. For me, it has been a couple weeks after New Year's vacation. So if you have anything to share with me, any ideas of how I can get out of that slump, please share. And as usual, I wish you the most amazing, precious, beautiful, beautiful day. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.